welcome back. For those of you still here. I told you it would be like a minute. So, I'm just gonna get the game booted here. Normally, I prep these things beforehand, but like I said, weird situation. Oh, by the way, if you read the ticker, one of the things I actually wrote for this actually is a reference to a streamer who I consider myself kind of an acquaintance with, Mort the Macabre. Watch their stuff, actually. They're very good. They're kind of horror-themed than I am, and actually, I think they do it a little bit better than me so far. But they also, I think, have a little... Oh, wow, that is loud. Oh, I am lowering the volume for this. Okay. So, let's get on with Shadows over Loathing, shall we? New game. Moving Company. How it's... West Moving Company. It's how you move. We are clearly playing as this man who has a piece of paper stuck to their face. This smells like a diner, and it smells like they're open. Hopefully they don't have a no shirt, no shoes, magazine stuck to your face, no service sign posted. The Nightingale Diner. You can feel a little sign here, but you can't see what it says. Probably instructions for what to do in case of magazine-related emergencies. I'm not talking to you until you wipe that look off your face. The copy of Look magazine that's stuck to your face. Bathroom's in the back. She points over to the right. As far as you know. See what this guy has to say. You shouldn't bother anybody until you get this magazine off your face. The Nightingale welcomes all travelers. Pie! Try coffee. You'll like it eventually. Now, I don't actually drink coffee personally, but I have tried it. I would agree with that. You'll like it I think it's the you'll like it eventually. My understanding is coffee is very much an acquired taste. You blunder your way into the bathroom and eventually find the sink. After fumbling with the faucet for a while, you manage to disentangle yourself from the magazine. You stare into the mirror, revealing, yes. What would a distinguished businessman have as a hairstyle? This is clearly the choice. There you are. Leave the bathroom. We are beautiful. Can we put the magazine back on our face? Nelson the Finch, equipped. Let's see what we got. When you were 4 years old, Nelson flew into your bedroom window and refused to leave. He's been with you as a familiar ever since. +1 muscle, 1 mysticality, 1 moxie. Each round of combat increases your muscle, mysticality, or moxie. Everything you own is in this trunk, including your portable carpet steamer. Unpacking in a diner seems like a bad idea. I mean, you're not wrong. Ooh, they got one of those new meat-operated multi-section phonographs. Oh, no, that's not the voice you need for this. Oh, they got one of those new meat-operated multiple-selection phonographs, or jukeboxes as the kids call them. Neat! Hey, there's something in the coin return. Grab it. You gain 1 meat. Nice. A couple of older folks are having an animated discussion. Well, one of them is. The way these young women act these days with their short hair and sassy talk and their dresses that don't even cover their hair, their ankles? It's scandalous! And those dances they do, flailing around like I don't know what. I'd have thought Prohibition would have put a kibosh on that sort of tomfoolery, but no, sir. You can't imagine dancing a waltz to the music they're playing nowadays, though. And that's the problem right there. This newfangled jazz music with all the drums and clarinets and such. What kind of word is that anyway? Jazz. I think our cups got switched. You're supposed to be drinking decaf. Whenever I do an old person voice, it dries out my throat. I'm gonna take a drink real fast. That's better. A couple of young women are chatting breezily over their coffee. Hey, Mac, what town is it? Poughkeepsie. Are you true traveling? Yeah, Ocean City's turning into a real sawmill, so we boosted our Jelly Beans breezer for a weekend whirl to the hot potato. Oh, bourgeois, you make it sound like we went south with it. I flew him a kite. Everything's Jake. Geez, I'm pretty sure I'm only 3 or 4 years older than you two, but I barely understand what you're saying. What are you, a canceled stamp? Go put some pepper in your shoes. Yeah, I'll try that. Yeah, I'm with that guy. I did not understand a word that they were saying. Well now, that looks much better. I'm Ethel. Enter a different first name. Calvin. Hi, I'm Calvin. Calvin who? Cawthorn. I know what I'm about. Calvin Cawthorn. Pleased to meet you, Calvin Cawthorn. What can I get you? Can I get a cup of coffee? You sure can. Best cup of coffee in the state. If I say so myself, that'll be 1 meat. Meat's the currency? Great. To go, please. Ethel pours you a steaming cup of hot coffee. No, that's not correct. Ethel pours you a steaming hot cup of fresh black java. You got an item, diner coffee. You spend 1 meat. Does the bus to Ocean City pick up here? Sure does. Should be here any minute. Good thing, too. I hear we're in for rain tonight. What takes you to Ocean City? My uncle lives there. I got a letter from him. He wants me to help him with something. There's a reason. That's a reason, hon. But it's somebody else's reason. What's your reason? I'm searching for something. I see. Do you know what it is you're looking for? Something dark. You got a perk. Haunted. What do you mean by that? There's something in my dreams. A kind of darkness, but it's moving. I have to find out what it is. Some of the color drains from Ethel's cheeks. Do I laugh and leave, smile and leave, or stare at her for a while and leave? I think smile and leave leaves a better impression. Let's see what this dude has to say. This man is concentrating very hard on his coffee. Hey there, is there something particularly interesting about that coffee? It's my first one. Of the day? No, it's my first coffee ever. Oh, what do you think? I think it's a bad beverage. It's bitter and makes my stomach hurt. Ah, well, it's not for everybody, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'll have another one after this, though, and then maybe every morning for the rest of my life. If you don't like it, why are you drinking it? Like, I have my share of bizarre food haunted. Don't worry. You'll find out soon enough. Well, interesting. Ethel said the bus will be here any minute. Go out and wait for it. Prologue. You pull out your letter you got from Uncle Murray and read it again. Dear Calvin, I hope this letter finds you well, and I hope it finds you quickly. Something quite serious has happened, and I need the help of your adventuresome spirit. Come to my shop in Ocean City as soon as you're able, please. Your Uncle Murray. Put the letter away. Clowns. A lot of people getting on this bus. You're just about to go mad from the monotony of this ride when the bus judders to a stop. You look out the window, expecting to see... I had that on the whole time, didn't I? I really gotta be better about cutting off the inspirational music. You look out the window, expecting to see the sights and sound of Ocean City. But instead, you see an endless expanse of extremely wet trees. Well, depending on if it's in New Jersey, which I'm assuming is, Ocean City is a reference to Atlantic City. At least, that's the closest I can figure. I have never actually been to the East Coast outside of Florida. Uh-oh. The outskirts of Ocean City. W. Willis & Co. Bus Lines. Take a joyride. Drink red cola. Protect your family. Are you implying that if I don't drink red cola, my family will come to harm? What's going on? This doesn't look like Ocean City. Nope, sorry about this, but we're out of gas. Oh, jeez, you didn't fill up before we left. I filled up the bus, but this trip takes exactly 1 full tank of gas. He hands you an empty gas can. Plus 1 additional can. Swell. So why do I have to go get it? Well, I'd go myself, except for 2 reasons. Those being, firstly, being as I'm the bus driver, I'm legally responsible for this bus, and I gotta keep an eye on it. And secondly, because of my leg. What's wrong with your leg? It's attached to a fella that don't want to go wandering around in the rain at night. Well, alright then. Guess I haven't got much choice. Can I borrow your umbrella, at least? This is a left-handed umbrella. I am left-handed, as it happens, but you aren't registered to my umbrella insurance. Dude, if you don't want to give me your umbrella, just say so. Nuts. Sorry about that. Here, I do have a flashlight you can use, though. Good luck. Oh! That's new. I actually played the game before this, West of Loathing. You wouldn't make a dog's walk 6 miles in this rain, no matter how bad you want to. Do I need to equip this? Oh, there we go. This gas pump is empty. This pump's full of water instead of gas. There's no hose. Interesting. There's 1 object left on the snack shelf. Of course I'm gonna take it! You got an item. Cheese loaf. Ew. Nobody in their right mind would consider this vile substance a snack. I'm pretty sure cheese doesn't come in loaves. Weird, the cash register is pointed towards the front of the store. Loot it. You gain 7 meat. There's an old baseball bat leaning against the wall here. I used to work at a convenience store, and I can actually tell you, you'd be surprised how many convenience stores have a baseball bat hidden underneath the counter. Either out of postcards, or all the scenery around here is invisible. Spark plugs! Use them! The sign says employees only. Are you an employee? Really? You never mentioned working at a gas station. Yes, really. Well, okay, if you say so. If a broken radio can still be considered nice, it's a pretty nice radio. A desk, presumably optimized for doing gasoline-related business. Searches. 4 of the drawers contain nothing but old receipts and pencil stuff. The 5th one is locked. So as I cast great in old paint. Probably because that's what's on it. Anything over here? This shelf is laden with miscellaneous electrical widgets and doodads. You don't have a use for any of them, though. This shelf is full of old personnel files. I don't know why I'm looking myself up, but okay. I'll be darned! Here's your file! You do work here! You got an item. Gas station personnel file. Sorry I ever doubted you. You gain 5 exp... I still have to check that last shelf. Each object you examine on the shelf is dirtier and more boring than the one you looked at before. I mean, the last one contains filing cabinets, so I'm not sure if it could be more boring than that. This button looks like it's the control for the car lift thing. Press it. Nothing happens. It must not have power. It's some kind of weird machine. Well, I don't have any mysticality, so I can't figure it out. That old flyer looks promising as a source of gas, but you can't reach it while it's up on that lift. It's a big tool chest, but all the good tools have already been stolen. Are you calling me a thief? As advertised, this is a box containing 1 fuse. However, the fuse is broken, which is probably not intended. You should keep an eye out for a replacement. Must be one around here somewhere. Alright. Let's see what I can find here. Empty oil cans. A whole pyramid of them. Finnegan's optional boxing gym. You don't have to fight if you don't want to. It's probably why that guy got quite the black eye. Oh, who are you? A miserable-looking hitchhiker is standing in the rain, listlessly sticking her thumb out. Hi there! Her head turns very slowly to face you, and her eyes don't quite meet yours. Can you give me a lift? I need to get to Albany. Sorry, I'm going the other way. Oh, also, I don't have a car. Oh. What's your name? I'm Calvin. Lydia. Nice to meet you, Lydia. Although I must admit, the circumstances aren't great. So what's in Albany? Do you have family there? No, I just want to go somewhere new. Albany isn't new, though. It's one of the oldest cities in the country. Okay, that's fair. How about this rain, huh? Lydia looks very slightly surprised and glances around slowly. Oh, it's raining? Yes, sure is. What a night to be stuck out on the road, right? I hadn't noticed. I get the feeling you aren't much of a Now that was just rude. Don't just tell someone they don't look like a noticer. Well, anyway. Seen any good movies lately? I saw Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at the I'm surprised. I was not expecting a Nickelodeon reference in this game. Oh, that's a classic. What do you think? It was very scary. I liked it. You know what? Same. By the way, for those of you who have not read the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, it's actually not a horror story as such. It's more of a mystery novel. Because, you know, in the actual story, the whole Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing is not revealed until the end, and that was the big twist. Kind of loses its edge, though, since most readings, you know that starting out. It's still an interesting read, though. I'd recommend it. I prefer comedies myself. Have you ever seen the new Buster Keaton one? The Cameraman? I don't know who that is. Oh, he's great. You have to see Sherlock Jr. That's my favorite. Really terrific. Ooh, could you give me the Necronomicon?
Yes.
Read any good books lately? I read The Invisible Man. It was really good. Oh yeah, H.G. Wells is great. Have you read his new one? The War in the Air? I didn't care for it. The one I'm thinking of is Mr. Something on Something Island. I forget the name, but it was terrible. His early works are his best, like The Time Machine. Yeah, I love that one. I'm glad we were able to find something we could connect on, Lydia. So, do you know where I can get some gas? Gas? The bus I was on ran out, and the driver sent me to find some more. Bus? Yeah, I'm trying to get to Ocean City. I've never been there. Well, okay then. This has gotta get me something. It can't just be an endless loop. I am the king of awkward silence. You will not beat me in this battle of wills. I'm gonna give it one more chance. If nothing comes of it, we're moving on. Okay, bye. Good luck. Hi there, Lydia. She looks at you and nods, just enough for it to count as a nod instead of a blank stare. I want to be unfriendly, but this is a private residence that y'all just barged into. Oh, geez, sorry. Everything's so desolate outside. I guess I just assumed this place was abandoned. Well, come morning, you'll be right, so you might as well get in and out of the rain for a spell. Thanks. My name's Calvin Cawthorn. Howdy, Calvin. I'm Elias. Elias Chekhov. Do you have a gun? Make yourself at home. Bears. All these boxes are labeled bears. Are these boxes really full of bears? No, those boxes are all canned pears. I had a little fun with writing the labels and all. You want a can? I got one left that didn't fit. You got an item. Bibson's Extra Sweet Pears. Gee, thanks. There's a weird device on top of this box. Ask Elias about it. What's this funny-looking thing? It's a duck call. What's it for? It's for calling ducks. Oh, fun. Used to be. Don't work anymore on account of being haunted. Haunted? Yeah, well, not haunted exactly. Bunch of spiders got in there, and now it sounds all scary when you blow it. I see. If you want it, it's yours. You gingerly take the duck call, trying very hard not to think about spiders. You got an item. Haunted duck call. Good job. I have the haunted duck call. You can't remember the... I guess you really did stop thinking about it. Gun. There's a rifle hanging over the fireplace. Are you leaving this rifle behind? Yep. How come? Well, it's a varmint rifle, and where I'm going there ain't no varmints. There's vermin, to be sure, and critters such as like that, but the almanac don't list any examples of a varmint qua vermin, if you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. No need to fret over it right now. In any case, that gun's for later. Later? Yep. Much later. Huh. Okay. These boxes are called gears. What's in these boxes of gears? My daughter Simone left those behind when she went off to school. Figure I should keep them for her. That makes sense. Tears. Oh no. Wait, are these boxes of tears or tears? Don't be ridiculous. You can't put neither of them's in a box. That don't make any sense. I would argue, if you were particularly sadistic, and you had enough waterproofing, you could indeed put tears in a box. Then what is in it, then? You old coot. Kitchen ink brand kitchen sink. A collection of stains makes its home on the range. Shares. Ooh, are they stock shares? What's in here? Stop. Called it. Scissors! Oh. Did he mean to write shears? This is a very large box, considering that most people own either 0 or 1 class ring. That's a fair point, although I think some people, depending on how they felt about their college, might also gotten one at college. Is this box really full of class rings? Yep, about 140 of them. Did you go to college 149 times? Nah, of course not. I just collect them is all. Why? Well, they're rare. But not very rare. They're all different in interesting ways, and they're shiny. There's the collecting trifecta. Okay. For the people in the viewing audience, did you get that? The trifecta of collecting is they're rare but not too rare. They're all different in interesting ways, and they're shiny. Clearly, the ultimate collection is coins. Huh, well, okay then. Yeah, let's talk to the dude before we start, going through his house like a typical RPG protagonist. Elias is looking around and mumbling to himself as he checks off the mental to-do list. So you're moving out? Yep, I finished packing now and just waiting for the movers to come and take this last load of stuff. You got movers coming in the middle of the night? No, in the morning. But I went and packed my teddy bear and I forgot which box he's in. Can't sleep. I see. Why are you leaving? Well, my daughter went off to college, so there's nothing keeping me here. I never particularly cared for farming anyhow. Just kind of fell into it, So I reckoned I'd take the opportunity to retire and travel a bit. See what kind of trouble I can get up to. Nice. So what's your story? What are you doing out here at night like this? I got a letter from my Uncle Murray. It sounded urgent, so I hopped on a bus to Ocean City. Well, I ain't sure I'd tell you this, but you got a way to go get. Yeah, the bus ran out of gas, so the driver sent me to scavenge for some more. I gotcha. Well, I think there's no gas can in the barn out back. You're welcome to it. Thanks. Gotta warn you, though, you'll have to fight my daughter for it. What? Well, technically, I should say my daughter's a monster. What? It's a thingy my daughter Simone built. What? See, my kid's real technical whiz. She built an auto-ominous robot traption to help with the plowing and harvesting and the like. Worked real nice, too. Wow. The problem is, after she left, it blew a what's-it-tube and got violent. I'm pretty good with machinery, but when it comes to these newfangled electrics, I might as well be a dog trying to read Play-Doh. So I locked it in the barn. Aha, I see. You can try a hand against it if you have a mind to. Please be careful, it's got a lot of sharp bits on it. Here's a key. Thanks. Alright, let's see what else is in your house. There's nothing on the clothesline except a pair of socks and an old gun. I got a rusty pistol. Can I not take the pair of socks too? The scarecrow's a bit more intimidating than usual. The crows around here must be real aggressive. I ain't as scared of no scarecrow. I'm a honk it. Okay, so that does a debuff. And thwack. Am I seriously about to die to a scarecrow? That thing really shot the crow out of you. Yeah, oof. Deals muscle plus 1 physical damage. That's a very aggressive scarecrow they got here. Let's see what else is out here. You'd have to be impenetrably dense to wander into these woods. Alright, let's check the rest of your house first. This door looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Ask where it leads. Where's this door lead, I ask you? Spare bedroom. Ain't been used in forever. I don't even bother opening the door since that dust devil got in there. Feel free to help yourself, though. I doubt you'll find much of use. A dust devil? Yeah, those critters are a real nuisance around here. They're attracted to beds that ain't been cleaned under properly. Since I lost my broom back in 26, it's been a real... what'd Simon call it? Nutrient-rich environment. Orny little beast. Real territorial. Okay, I'll be careful. Tasteful arrangement of dried foods. Cattlewoman of the Night. Buffalo of Revenge. Rangers of Glory. The Reckoning at Bloody Mountain. This one looks like it's worth a read. You got an item. The Handgun's Tale. Look at another one. Reckoning at 6 Gun Trail. I gained 10 meat. That dust devil's really kicking up some... Okay, first things first. Read. Ah. It's too early. Are you sure? Chekhov said these things were pretty dangerous. Yes, I'm sure. Oh. You should have listened to Chekhov. I guess so. I keep trying to fight things. Can I use the bathroom? Sure. How'd you know that was the door to the bathroom? I've always had a knack for knowing which doors lead to the bathroom is all. Well, good for you, I guess. You see your face in Alliance's mirror, just like your mirror back home. Hi, Calvin. Smile. Hey there, good-looking. Frown. Aw, what's wrong? Scowl. Why I oughta worry. Oh, no. Cringe. You remember something really embarrassing. Freak out. Blah, 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 blah. Oh! A vicious claw through tub. This is a surprisingly modern toilet for such an old house. You flush Chekhov's toilet, hoping it won't come back to haunt you later. It always comes back. The door is locked with some kind of elaborate electric lock. Ask about it. What's with this door? Oh, that's Simone's room. Hopefully she ain't left anything important in there, because I plumb forgot how to work that crazy lock she invented. I see. Okay. I'll go with that. Heavy doors open. You leave the key in the lock in case Elias wants to lock up later. Based on the arrangement of objects around, you conclude that is a machine for turning hay bales into loose hay. Ugh, you have a recurring nightmare about searching for something in one of these. Cabinet is rusted shut. It's just a bunch of painting tools. Nice barrel. It'd be nicer if it had anything in it. Well, is this gonna go? Oh. I broke it. Simone's monster is now just a fragile pile of parts on the floor. You've got enough XP now to learn a skill. Open the character sheet via the icon on the top right or hit C. Alright, basic skills. I am going to buy the Mysticality skill. We're gonna be a wizard. Workbench for welding. You got a third full tank of gas. Hey, Elias, what can I do for you? Never mind. Alrighty, let's see what else I got. The turtle is stuck on its back. Why aren't you helping it? I am helping it. There you go, buddy. Enjoy blue cola. The honorable choice. Looks like... Oh. Looks like they drove this boxcar out here and then took the track away. Boy, someone must have hated this boxcar. You pour the gas into your own can, then hide the empty can behind some of the garbage. Some incomprehensible glyphs are scrawled on the wall of this boxcar. So what's your deal, Hobo Joe? A cheerful-looking hobo tootles idly on a harmonica. Hi there, I'm Calvin. Well, howdy there, neighbor. I'm Howie. Pleased to meet you. I'm not actually from around here, though. Well, the way I see it, the whole country is my home, so everybody's my neighbor. Aw, that's nice. Either that or they're all trespassers who better get off of my property. I'm joshing you, friend. Care for some jerky? What kind? Clam. It's a local delicacy. Is clam... I feel like that would be breaking some sort of food handling law. Sure, I'll have some jerky. You got an item, clam jerky. There you are. Can't buy this stuff myself. It's like eating a dried slug, but saltier. Come to think of it, that's exactly what it is. You're really selling me on this local delicacy. If you ask me, the locals are a little bit weird. Okay. Where are you from? Originally, I'm from Hawaii, but I got bored of gorgeous tropical beaches and decided to hit the rails. You rode the rails from Hawaii. Yep. Real challenging trip for a first-time hobo, but I made it through all right. Ever think of going back? They only got the one track here, so it was a one-way trip. I might head back for a visit once they build a second one, though. Huh. I already like this little stick figure of me already. Do you live here? No, permanent like, but I've been camped out here a few days. All alone? Well, it used to be a bit livelier, but the boss has sent a railroad bull to run everyone off. Railroad bull? You mean like a cop? Yeah, you could say that. I think he's still prowling around up back if you care to test your mettle. Don't advise it, though. Is he back in heat? No, he's unarmed, but one of your arms might make a pretty good club once he gets it off of you. Any plans for the future? Well, word on the wall is there's a camp forming in Ocean City. Figure I'll mosey on over there once this rain lets up. Word on the wall? I've never heard of that phrase. Is it like through the grapevine? Similar. I see. I'll take my leave. Well, can't force that open. Topeka. You've heard a lot of nice things about Topeka, but not 1,200 miles worth of nice things. Gotta just trudge through this rain. Oh, it's a weird plaque where Lydia was standing. Read it. Historic site. At this exact spot on the 13th of October, 1908, the state's first mass-produced automobile, a Ford Model T, purchased by Hiram O'Crullins, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, Lydia Barnsley. So apparently, that woman you talked to a few minutes ago has been dead for exactly 20 years. Good! Swell! Everything about this is great, and you aren't regretting this trip before you've even arrived. Go on about your normal, non-haunted day. Why can't I just take the hose from one of these? To me, that'd be the most reasonable option. Alright. So there's got to be something here. This one's locked, so that means there's got to be a... Oh! Replace the fuse. Click. Done. And now I could probably lower this. Stand clear of lift before operating. Steve! You really want to know the story behind this sign. Full gas can. Actually, how much is my mysticality at this point? 2. Do I got anything that can increase that? Increases your moxie. Baseball bat. Oh, I can use that to identify the machine. Here's an engraved plate on the side of it. It says, Helco Portable Gasoline Generator. Aha! It's a machine for generating portable gasoline. You extract today's crop of gasoline from the miraculous machine. You got an item. 133% full can of gas. So that's how it goes. I wonder if there's something in that shed that would be able to tell me. Do I have something that will increase my muscle temporarily? Well, let's see if I need mysticality for something else first. I'm gonna do everything, just... Howie's knapsack. Is this knapsack your only luggage? Oh, that ain't mine. I've been here since before I arrived myself. Nobody's been able to work out how to open the dang thing. If you can figure out the trick, you're welcome. Alright, so I have 3 mysticality. Go to feed the clam jerky. Yes, I want to do that. You gnaw on the jerky until the gnawing is done. The swallowing too. The door is extremely heavy. Oh, he wasn't kidding about a bowl. The stew pot is beyond help, but you could probably salvage the ladle. I do so. I got a grimy spatula. Oh, is this the mysticality? Yes, I want that. The carving on the trunk of this tree says, Howie loves playing the harmonica. Aww. Take the bull by the horns. I'ma flip you like an egg! Oh shit. Miss, 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 please miss. You did not miss. That thing really beat the tar out of you. Ha ha. Good grief, this coffee smells good, but you can't bring yourself to drink it. You might really need some coffee later. When can I open this stuff? Oh! Okay. So that's how I do it. Prepare to be flipped like an omelet. Ouch. I killed the bull! You gained 5 XP. Excellent. A 1911 Ford milk crate for wheels. That model never really seemed to take off. Oh look, it has gas on it. I have a 166% full gas can. How much more can I put? One of those newfangled indoor-outdoor refrigerators. Somebody left a perfectly good mason jar full of gasoline here. I have a 200% full can of gasoline now. Alright, let's take care of that overly aggressive scarecrow. Nelson the Finch grows stronger, +1 maximum HP. The Scarecrow's days are over. The old tractor. There's an old rag shug where the gas cap could be. I got a 233%. How full can I fill this gas can? Seriously. There's gotta be a key somewhere. Wait, can I just use the personnel file? Wait, if I work at the gas station, shouldn't I have a key? Now with extra... Oh my lord. Good to know it's not compulsory. The field is extremely corny. Oh, I can probably beat that. Doesn't help if he goes first. Alright. Tell him about the Scarecrow. I had to beat up your Scarecrow, sorry. Well, I was leaving it behind anyhow, but why'd you go and do a thing like that for? It shot me. With a gun. Oh. Oh, right, yeah. Perfectly reasonable then. There's gotta be, like, something around here. I wanna get that door open. I feel like I should just have my key. Interrupt his tootling. I dealt with that railroad bull for you. You did? Well, that's real service to the hobo community. I ain't got anything to offer you as a reward, but I surely won't forget this. No problem, Hallie. Alright, is there anything here that I can get a hold of? I feel like I can get that if I just figure out how to get the freaking gas station open. But I don't have the key. But how do I get the key? What do I name the turtle? What do I name him? What should I name a turtle? Bob. You will be named Bob. Okay, Bob it is. Bob the turtle. Not quite. I'll be with you in a minute. It won't be long. Oh, maybe there's a hose in the farmer's shed. I mean, that'd be the most reasonable thing I would think to look for. Either that or it's behind that gun. Is there a hose in here? No, but I need to force it open. Oh, I got a fishing rod. Something's in here. Loose hay. Anything to take out of the thing? You were born in a barn, and you're not going to move into one now. Maybe that's how I deal with the dust devil. Alright, take that. Throw it at the dust devil. Flip him! 1 HP. Alright. There gotta be, like, a solution to this. I need one more, like, thingamabobber. Collection, shares, tiers, years, beers. And I can't go behind the fence. Old billboard from before the war. There's gotta be a way. Just... I increase my moxie. I think I may have done all I can do here. I feel like there's more, I just don't know how to do it. So therefore we are moving on. Seriously, wouldn't I know? I have a personnel file. I worked here, apparently. I literally have a personnel file. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Should have known there weren't any fish in there. Well, I mean, it was worth a shot. But this bus lacks in comfort. It makes up for an unreliability. That is not what you want to hear from a bus. How much does the cheese loaf increase your moxie? How far into the... Beans Homer. Oh, welcome to the stream, Beans Homer. I'm not that far into this one, actually. We beat Little Nightmares surprisingly early, so I decided to switch to this one because a couple of other viewers actually were Kind of sad that this one didn't win the tiebreaker between it and the Sinking City, which we played last week. Alright, ready to go. I'm going to say, yeah, let's go, because I can't think of a way to kind of puzzle out that remaining little thing for this. He takes a cannon and proceeds it into the bus. Get back on the bus. You climb back on the bus and return to your seat, and soon you're dozing off to the sound of rain spattering on the window beside you. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep. The sort of sleep that you slip into so gradually that you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you up. Plunk it straight! And you realize that your meandering thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils of whispering ideas. Hey kid, this is your stop, right? That are now totally forgotten. What? All ashore, what's going ashore? Thanks for traveling with Willis Bus Company. Just drop me off. Cola Wars surplus. The Army surplus store is closed for the night. Sale, going out of business sale. Going seems inaccurate. Keep out. Nothing you want in there anyway. This hobo seems wholly unperturbed by the rain. We're talking to him. Nice weather we're having. He smiles, then looks up, and lets the rain splash on his face for a while. Heh, suits me just fine, I guess. Wise old man once said the rain falls on poor man and rich man alike. Was that before umbrellas were invented, or... My name's Gus, by the way. Hi, I'm Calvin. Pleased to meet you, Calvin. Say, you wouldn't happen to have a couple of meat to spare, would you? Sure. You flip Gus some meat and he beeps. Thank you very much, Calvin. Old Gus won't forget your kindness, you bet. Take her easy, Gus. Any more? There's nothing in that direction except the road you arrived on, and walking all the way back there probably isn't a good use of your time right now. Aw, come on. It's a trash can, full of trash. Dig through it. You find a discarded bottle of cologne. You got an item. Cheap cologne. For lease. The note on the door says, please? Closed. I think the store sells broken glass and drafts. Condemned. This building looks perfectly solid. Maybe it's just the people renting it that were condemned. The trash's reach had exceeded its can's grasp. Given the current conditions, dark and stormy, you probably shouldn't wander into any alleys. Oh, come on. The Ocean City watchful eye. Some ne'er-do-well had deliberately vandalized the streetlight. The door to the newspaper office is locked and the windows are boarded up. Looks like Prince really is dead. You'd have thought it had at least 7 or 8 more decades left. Securiburus, building and loan. It's late. The bank is closed. You can't see anything interesting within walking distance in that direction. Well, fine. I'll go into the antique store like the game wants me to. The bell over the door jangles as you walk into Murray's Antiques. The young woman at the counter looks up as you enter. Oh, hi. You must be Calvin. We don't get many customers at this time of night. Or at all, really. That's me. You were expecting me? Yeah, Murray didn't say much about you, but he gave me that letter to mail. My name's Jessica. Oh, geez, you're soaking wet. Come on in, I'll get you a towel. You walk over to the counter, trying not to drip on any vintage bric-a-bracs as Jessica grabs a threadbare bath towel from a shelf and pulls the tag off before tossing it to you. Thanks. Is Uncle Murray here? His letter wasn't very specific. He isn't. You said that in kind of an ominous way. Where is he? I wish I knew. He had a line on another artifact and said it was going to be a tough one. I told him he should get some backup, but he wasn't willing to wait. He just wrote that letter and told me to mail it if he didn't come back. Is there something I'm missing here? This is an antique shop, right? You make trying to sell Great Aunt Ruthie into selling... You make trying to talk Great Aunt Ruthie into selling her mother's Chesterfield sound like a deadly spy mission. Yeah, this is going to take some explaining. Well, I'm definitely intrigued now. Explain away. We don't have a lot of time just now, but follow me and I'll give you a quick sketch. Okay? Jessica leads you into the back room first with some desks and some strange-looking machinery. I'm guessing by operation you're talking about something other than antiques? Well, yes and no. See, a few years ago, Murray found out that a bunch of antiques circulating are, well, hinky would be a real understatement. Hinky? Murray called them tainted, dark magic, real bad mojo, you know, cursed. Yeah, I know about that kind of thing. It's no joke. That's where a real job is here. The antique store is just, well, not exactly a front. We find a lot of regular antiques too, and selling them keeps us in scratch. But really, we're trying to hunt down all those evil doodads and neutralize them so nobody gets hurt. And Uncle Murray went out to get one and never came back. That's the long and short of it. Yep. What do you say? Are you in? I don't like the sound of it, but he's family, so... Great! You hear the shop door opening, and after a moment, a goblin pokes her head into the office. Hello? Oh, hey, swell timing. Hey, Gabby, Murray's sister's kids showed up. Come meet him. Hi, Gabby. Pleased to meet you.
Hi, hello. The pleasure's all Gabby's.
Gabby, would you be a dear and carry his luggage to Murray's room and grab some blankets and stuff out of the cupboard? He can sleep there till we find Murray.
You've got it.
Gabby picks up your suitcase and carries it through the back of the room. Great. I could really use some sleep. Can I unpack my things now? Oh. Oh. Beans Homer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I'm gonna turn in. Good night. Hang on a second. You can't go to sleep yet. I'm pretty sure I can. I bet I could do it right here while I'm still standing up. Well, I hate to spring this on you, but there's something we need you to do before the night's over. Oh, swell. What is it? You know those cursed artifacts I was talking about? Since info on them is so sketchy, we've been working on a machine that can detect them with radio waves. I call it the Detectotron 1000. How can it be 1000 if there's just one iteration? We've just gotten it up and running since Murray left, and it turned out there's a tainted thing practically right on our doorstep. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, it's not great. I was gonna have Gabby go get it, but that's why she came over tonight. But since you turned up out of the blue, I guess there's no time like the present. I'm probably not exaggerating when I say there's literally no time except for the present. What? As in there might not be a future. You won't have far to go. It's just down the other end of the block. If the readings are right, there's a newspaper office that got shut down earlier this year, and it should be in there. Well, Gabby will go with you. She's good in a fight. A fight? Ah, jeez. Well, yeah, hopefully it won't come to that, but you never know. Hey, Gabby! Gabby reappears with an expectant grin. Go to the newspaper office with Calvin and help get him that hat, okay?
Okay. Gabby is ready for action. Let's mosey.
You have gained Gabby as a companion. Let out a tired sigh. Alright, fine. He said it's a hat? A cursed hat. According to the readout, yeah. A men's fedora, probably. Oh boy, does he tip it. And I'm supposed to, what, just break in and take it? Well, not break in exactly. I managed to finagle a spare key out of the guy at the realtor's office. I'm pretty sure that still counts as breaking and entering. You'll be in and out and back here in bed before you know it. Okay, wish me luck, I guess. Nobody can call right now. Hey, Jessica, whose desk is it? Charles Wallace, our handyman. He's fixing a leak on the roof right now, but he'll be back later tonight. I see. Can I take the cat with me? I want to take the cat with me. What's this cat's name? Calliope. Murray got her a couple of years ago. Scritch behind the cat's ears. You give Calliope a good scritching, but she doesn't react at all. Why doesn't Calliope like me? Eh, she'll warm up eventually. Try giving her some sardines. She loves those. Do you have any sardines? No, we're all out. Can you get some more tomorrow? They have them at Cola Wars surplus store next door. Okay. I want to take the kitty. I want to take the kitty with me. You open the door and there's just a brick wall behind it. Apparently it goes nowhere. Why is it even here? It's that door to nowhere again. Still just a brick wall behind it. So odd. You're not sure what this clock is telling, but it sure isn't the time. Jessica's not going to let you sleep until you get the hat. Gab with Gabby. Everything good, Gabby? Gabby
has readiness for action.
So you're a flapper, right?
Yes, Gabby flaps all the time. Gabby's parents flap too, and Grand Gabby.
But it's only been in style for 7 or 8... You're right, goblins. Well, you don't live very long, huh?
Depends on how you look for it. Parent Gabby popped a year and a half ago, but this Gabby basically is that Gabby, and previous ones too. It's okay, don't worry too hard for to get it. Us goblins think human baby making is super crazy.
Have you lived in Ocean City long, Gabby?
Oh yes, all of Gabby's life is here. Gabby's great-great-great-grand Gabby came and popped just some blocks from over there. Or two popping, as they would say.
Wow, so your family's been here for quite a while, huh?
Yes, 14 years.
You're a real firecracker in a fistfight, huh, Gabby?
Gabby likes fighting and dancing, the best two things. Gabby invented fight dancing once, but maybe this world was unready for it. Maybe 50 years later.
I have a feeling that's going to go on endlessly, so I'm just going to go to the shop. Unlock the door. Take a deep breath and unlock the door. You give the key to Gabby for safekeeping. There's a little bit of very old coffee left in the percolator. Pour it in a cup. Pouring yourself this cup of coffee is the first step on a short, nasty journey. You got an item. Nasty old coffee. There's a half-finished document in the typewriter.
Government corruption at an all-time high. The government has once again slashed funding to the city services and social programs, citing waste, but without offering any supporting figures or explaining where the funds have been reallocated to. Additionally, anonymous sources report...
It cuts off abruptly, maybe as a result of the pink slip next to this typewriter. Read the pink slip.
Curtis, if I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. Not enough people buy the paper anymore to keep the lights on in this joint. Electricity is expensive because it's a very recent innovation. As such, fully half your salary is paid by the government subsidies. So this is to say that the hand that feeds you is the hand you keep biting. We go way back, buddy, but you give me no choice. Clean out your desk and stray him.
Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. Leave. Hey, it's one of those new Arcane Press newsfeed things. High tech. Gaze into it. Baby Ruth gets haircut, Barbara says. Do you think he could have left a better tip? Charles Lindbergh cooks stew. Onlookers report it smells like it might be beef or maybe lamb. Jack Dempsey removes teeth to improve boxing skill.
Ruff, ruff,
says Dampy in an interview. Second edition of Principia Mathematica, published. We still cannot understand a word of this, say local children. Severe storm causes trolley disaster. Prevents 5 other trolley disasters. Parisian bard declare independence. Claim debauched tavern as sovereign city-state. Today's list of banned dances. The chutney slider, the dirty dirty blitz, and the upside down tango. Why do we get the feeling those are euphemisms, but I have no idea what they mean?
Prohibition agents confiscate 40 barrels of wine, 10 cheese wheels, and some nice fresh honeycomb also. Today's winning racehorses. Chrysler's mother, too much corn, and howitzer jacket.
I'm just going to keep scrolling to see if I actually get some from this. Okay, no, I don't get anything from that. Half-finished letter on the desk. The letter reads,
Reginald, I think Burgess is on to us. We've gone careless. In fact, maybe I shouldn't be typing this out as a letter, instead of just talking to you in person. Why am I doing this? Meet me under the water cooler this afternoon. Ah, crap, here comes Burgess with a pink slip. Sincerely.
It doesn't say who it's from. The writer must have gotten fired before they could type their name. Also, under the water cooler? What's that all about?
Hinden, I'm not paying you to publish calculated conspiracy theories. In fact, I'm not paying you at all anymore. Clean out your desk and hit the road.
Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. P.S. Do you like the word cockamamie that I used up there? It's a slang term I coined. It means ridiculous or implausible. I think it's really gonna catch on. Whoever worked at this desk forgot their cufflinks. You got reporter's cufflinks. Can I equip them? Yes, I can. I now have more stats. You see a corner of a note sticking out from under the desk blotter. Note says, Tucker, I got you that bottle you wanted. I stuck it under the water cooler where Burgess can't find it and ran us out to the Prohees. Beck. Under the water cooler, eh? Surely it's still not there, but it couldn't hurt to check. The note says, Robson, first Hinden, then Carver. Who's next? Venable says if Burgett comes for him, he's gonna karate chop his desk in half. Sincerely, Curtis. P.S. What's a karate? There's a crumpled pink slip on the desk. I can't believe I have to tell you this, but it's against company policy for an employee to steal the printing press. Okay, considering how big a printing press is, that is a feat to be admired, sir. You shouldn't fire him, you should set him loose on a vault. On a bank vault, he'd make you bank. You're fired? You are so fired, I need a new phrase to describe it. I'm giving you the axe. And if I see your face in here again, I'll give you the axe and set you on fire. Grover Burgess, editor-in-chief. Why do I get the feeling that this person takes getting fired literally? So, when he wanted to fire somebody, he literally lit them on fire. Now, that's just a poor use of manpower right there. How did you even lift it? You must have had, what, 5 accomplices? Unbelievable. You make a mental note to never pick a fight with this Carver person. Considering he lifted a freaking printing press, yeah, that's a viable response to that. You see a thin 3-ring binder on this desk. Take it. You got item, Nomadic Tube System Operation Manual. A big heavy water cooler, and it's got something to hum. Looks like Venable made good on his threat. Yeah, looks like he karate chopped the desk in half. Nothing. Venable must have taken all his stuff before smashing it. You got that. Oh. It's an underground press. Literally, there's still a newspaper left in it. Take the paper. You got an item. Underground newspaper. It's a calendar from 11 years ago. Take a closer look. There's a huge black skull scrawled on July 22nd, 1917. Huh. What happened on 1917? That's going to be here. You find something interesting. The top story from that date is the Ocean City Comptroller passing of an overly complicated sidewalk right-of-way policy that outlawed street-side newspaper vending machines and limited the maximum amount of width of newsstands to 4 feet. The story continues to say that watchful eye management raised concerns about loss of revenue, and the comptroller made a vague promise to divert city funds to make up for any future shortfall. Looks like it worked out great for everybody. Let's see what this other one is. You find something interesting. Tragic accident. Certain to have no consequences. Tragedy occurred yesterday evening when Hiram O'Crellins, owner of the first mass-produced commercial automobile registered in the state, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, i.e. a person standing on the side of the road attempting to solicit transportation from passing motorists. Unfortunately, for Miss Crellins, the notion of that vengeful spirits of the dead might haunt the places of their demise in murderous phantasmagoric rage has been rejected by modern science as rather unlikely, wouldn't you say? Unlikely. Sure. I didn't totally just see a frickin' ghost earlier. So if I find a date, I can literally just look through this. Control panel for the pneumatic tube system. Consult the manual. Push the green power on button. Push the pump engage lever. Suction rate. Pull the pump and gauge lever. A yellow light is glowing on the console. If the red, blue, green indicator light is on. A yellow light is glowing on the console. Turn the knob. I'm gonna say E. Well, I broke it. Something around here seems pretty fishy, and it's these two moist fellas standing between you and that abandoned hat over there. Not wanting to get ever closer to them, you choose to interpret investigate as squint at them from a short distance away, which is probably for the best, as it might be bad for your mental state to see them in too much detail. These humanoid creatures are between 5 and 6 feet tall, hard to judge because of their hunched-over posture, and covered in scales that glisten sickly in the dim light, though you can't tell if this is a natural luster or due to being covered in oily sewer film. Oh! More notably, of course, is the fact that they have huge fish heads. Sorry if I buried the lead there, but you know, saving the dramatic part for last and all. Their huge, bulging round eyes glare at you out of the darkness, faintly luminous like radium. Watch dials as they hiss and glurble at you between rows of pointed shark-like teeth. Gill slits on either side of their heads open and close like thin, wet mouths, gasping for air, or whispering terrible secrets, whichever seems more likely to you. Gross. It appears they're very displeased to see you, but are smart enough to hold off on attacking until they've judged how much of a threat you are. Well, we're fighting. We are fighting. Alright, kill the ranged first. Generally, good rule of thumb. Flash slap. Alright. So much for those things that you'd rather not think about any further. Oh, did I get another... Oh, I can definitely do that. It's a very old manhole cover. An ominous, vaguely person-shaped stain on the ground. This must be the hat Jessica wanted you to recover. You got an item, terribly cursed fedora. Can I wear it? Nothing good can come of this. I'm wearing it. Well, I'm returning. Looks like you found the hat. I found a hat. I guess it's the one you want. It doesn't look unusual, though. Yeah. Well, it does creep me out a bit. I can't put my finger on why. I know exactly what you mean. It feels kind of like you have a headache, except you don't actually. More like a feeling of dread. Like something terrible is about to happen, but I don't know what it is yet. Well, it's definitely not related to the fact that I need you to take that hat and go sit in that machine over there. Why? That's our uncursing machine. Gotta get the curse off that hat, right? Okay, yeah, that makes sense, but, what? Can't we just put the hat in the machine? Why do I need to be involved? Because the machine needs a mind to guide the uncursing process. Together, you'll lift the curse from the hat and transform it into a sort of allegorical dream space that the machine can transfix. What? Sorry, I know it's late. Let me rephrase. Ahem. The uncursing machine uses your subconscious mind to drive a wedge between the item and its curse. The item is cleansed relatively easily, but that doesn't negate the curse fully. Once separated from the item, the machine stores the curse and allows you to physically project into it to try and resolve the metaphorical scenario at the core of its existence. That's where things can get a little weird. Yes, I know it sounds crackers, but you'll just have to give it a try to understand. I gave her a British accent just because she called it crackers, and I'm pretty sure that that's more of a British slang, if I'm not mistaken. Who are you? This must be Charles Wallace. You must be Charles Wallace.
I am. Pleased to meet you, Calvin.
What do you do around here?
Oh, your general handyman sort of stuff. I just keep the lights on and what we're running. I built the detectatron and the uncursing machine, too.
Wow, that's some really high-tech wizardry.
Oh, it's nothing really.
Let me ask you something.
Anything I can help you with?
How does that weird uncursing machine work?
Oh, I only built the thing. I can't begin to tell you how it works. The innards are all wired to a little porcelain cat figurine that Murray found somewhere.
Well, that's weird.
In a traditional sense, yep.
Anything I can help you with? Nothing right now, Charles. Alright, sit in the machine. You sit in a chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pull the weird metal dome thing down over your head. Would you like to uncurse today, the terribly cursed fedora? No sooner have you sat down than the machine with a hiss positively whiffs the fedora straight up into the dome. The hat rattles around there angrily like a snake in a cement mixer, and after a good loud minute flops limp and wet into your... Why is... Oh, rain. I was about to ask, why is it wet? Whatever ominous energy once possessed the terribly cursed hat is gone. It's now simply a terrible hat. You got an item, uncursed fedora. But the curse itself still lives, transfixed as a dreamlike construct within the machine. Now how do I get rid of that curse?
See? Curses are like energy, Calvin. They can't be created or destroyed, only changed.
Can't remember who said that.
Isaac Newman?
Newton?
Newton Newman, yeah. That machine knows how to take a curse from one object and put it on itself, but as far as how you change a curse, well, I don't know. That's some higher consciousness spiritualist stuff. Don't know much about that. I'm more of a Newton sort of guy.
The fedora's curse bounces around the innards of this machine, daring you to come project your consciousness inside of it.
Sounds safe. I'll do that.
Fedora Reserve.
I heard thy death call, creature. Rest now. I will findane the monster.
The tree felled before its time, the ground stained with sin.
Et in Arcadia ego.
Even in Arcadia, there is death. Even in paradise, there is a killer.
Thou know who I am and why I am here. Aye, Keter. There's been a murder.
What knowest thou of murder? That I did not do the murder, that is all. What more have thee for me? Only this. I am one of 3 brothers, but one of us always telling the truth. One of us always lies, and the third of us does not speaking at all, but honks. I find in thee a liar. There is nothing I can do to save thee. Aye, Keter, thou art a servant of the wood. Blessed be her branches. Blessed be. Big power in the wood today, Cutter. Aye, a tree has fallen in the forest, and it has made a sin. But not me a sinner, that I assure thee. Thou claim to be without sin. None of us is without sins, but mine do not run to murder. Then whose? Look for my brother. Lead me not astray. Nay, I serve the wood as thee. Thy speaking of 3 brothers. Thy brother speckins of 3 brothers, one who always lies, one who always tellins the truth, and one who does not specken at all, but honks. What specken thee of this? This is fairy talk. No thing has honkin in this land since Mother Duck laid the big egg. No honkin since then. No, sire. Something is rotten in the wood, Cutter. Aye, a murder. With perversion at its source. Speak to me of perversions. I have no thing to say, for I do not tarry with them. What do thou tellin me? I am troubled by the murder, but of it I know nothing. I warn thee, my Forgiveness. Make no room for liars. Thou wilt do what thou must, Cutter. I have no doubt. I now make like a tree. Thy brother specken of 3 brothers, one who always lies, one who always telleth the truth, and one who not specken at all, but honks. What speaking thee of this? I do not honken, sire, I swear it upon it. Never hast thou honken? Never, never, 'tis sin in my eyes. Leave. Long may thee grow. Thou lie about honken. Why say, thy brothers honken not. Thou wouldst lie to the cutter of the wood. Thou wouldst do murder in the wood. Aye, thou hast the right of it. I sought only to distract in thee while I making my mistake. Goodbye, cutter. Do not run from me, tree. Thou do not run. Nay, I growen. In 100 years I will hath grown so tall and strong thine axe never fall in me. But I will not wait 100 years. Die, murder! Big rot in the wood today, Cutter. And wait, what? No, that's not you. You don't talk like that. Dark thoughts of trees, axes, and bloody sap cling to your skin. You shake them off like dreadful cobwebs. You're not sure what just happened, but as you turn over the formerly terribly cursed fedora in your hands, you feel confident that the curse which plagued the starchy little felt thing is finally gone for good. You put the hat back on. It nearly sparkles now. Now all you've got to reckon with is whether you're the kind of guy who goes around wearing a fedora. It'll do. Nice hat. Alright. How'd it go? It worked, I guess. Great. What was it like? I had some kind of crazy dream. There was a word cutter. There was me, I guess, and these talking trees. And one of them had sinned. You know what? Never mind. Some kind of crazy dream was plenty for me. Can I open this thing? All that time telling me, oh, you can't open it. Oh, you can't open it here. And it just explodes. You stamp out the flames, but it's a total loss. Everything you own has been just... everything except this bizarre the stamp from Murray's letter. All that time saying, oh, you can't open it here. And it's just like, it explodes. It explodes and I get nothing. I like nothing. Unfortunately, no shows have been invented. Well, that figures. A dream about school. These dorm beds are so uncomfortable. It's a poster of my favorite literary ghost. Oh, wow. Good music. Actually, I think I'm going to turn it up just a touch. That way maybe y'all can hear it better. Lots of people in the hallway, it seems. Talk to one of them. Hello. How's it going? Do you know which locker is mine? I can't remember which locker is mine. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's alright. I'll figure it out eventually. Nice faces you got there. Babe Ruth. Peanut butter. Empty. Cookbooks. The sixth locker opens under the vast and carrying emptiness of space. You slam it shut quickly so as to not suffocate. The seventh one... There isn't a seventh one. I said check the seventh one! Oh. Okay, geez, you open the seventh locker. It's filled with old school papers. You look at the paper. They've all got your name on them. They're your papers. How I Spent My Summer by Calvin Cawthorne. Age 6. This summer I visited my Uncle Murray. Uncle Murray's funny. He knows magic. I had a fun time with my uncle. Look under the paper. Underneath a pile of school papers you find... Ugh. You got an item. Overdue library book. The hallway is less crowded now. Our founder, Branworth Grovnaclis. This lady looks friendly. Hi there. You must be. She flits with the book on her desk. Ah, here we are, Calvin Cawthorne. Yes, I'm Calvin Cawthorne. I'm your academic advisor. It's time for me to choose your class. But I dropped out. In real life, certainly. However, you must, however, choose a class. Oh, I get it. This is where I pick a character class. Now then, it looks like there are 3 classes for you. There's Advanced Kicking and Throwing. This class is for pig skinners. We have Overview of Curd Conjuring. This is a class for cheese wizards. And finally, Weird Time Signatures 504. This is a course for jazz agents. I'm interested in Cheese Wizard. As trained chief magi, cheese wizards use their intellect and mysticality to accomplish their goals. In combat, they wield hard elemental cheeses to do damage to their foes and soft, soothing cheeses to heal themselves and their allies. I love it. I'm a cheese wizard. You're a cheese wizard, Calvin. Brilliant! Now then, there's just one more important minor matter of your minor. It certainly looks like you've already completed it, but it doesn't say what you studied. I minored in the psychology of rocks. Ah, a psychogeologist. So you know a lot about rocks and gems and their hopes and dreams. Absolutely. With that, I believe we're done. Feel free to wake up and go about your day. How would I go about doing that? She smiles and points to the door on the right side of the screen. I mean, the right side of the dream. Just through that door. Is there more here? Ah, the abyss. You could gaze into it for days. Your room. Everything you own has been reduced to... Gee, thanks. This is interesting. So I can gather crafting ingredients from rocks. Morning, Calvin. How'd you sleep? Wait, why are you still wearing those wet clothes? All my other clothes burned up in a freak luggage fire. Ah, jeez, that's weird and unfortunate. You seem less surprised by it than I would expect. We've kind of gotten accustomed to weird and unfortunate stuff happening around here. You could pick out some clothes from the shop out front if you don't mind looking like someone's dusty old grandpa. I'll be alright, thanks. Well, once you've got sleep out of your eyes, I've got another mission for you. Another cursed thing? Yeah, I've had my eye on it for a while, but it keeps moving around. Mostly the readings put it at a local speakeasy at the back of an alley at the other end of the block. The artifact isn't there right now, but that's where I'd start looking. Maybe you can pick up some clues. Okay, what am I looking for? It appears to be a watch of some kind. A pocket watch, or maybe a wristwatch? I can't be certain. A watch in the speakeasy in the alley. Got it. Anything else? You'll need a password for the speakeasy. It's fiddlesticks. Also, let me give you this to-do list. It's enchanted to always show you whatever's written on the chalkboard here. Pretty neat trick. Here's some meat for expenses, too. The army surplus next door should have anything you need in case things get, rough. They will. They always do. Chapter 1. Welcome to Ocean City. That reminds me, do I get any... Oh. Oh, I got something to check at the post office. Alright. Let's get... Oh. The Ocean City Watchful Eye. April 18th. Frisco frights. This morning at 5:12 Pacific Standard Time, the city of Frisco was rocked by a massive earthquake, the magnitude of which science has not yet agreed upon a method of measuring. The initial death toll is estimated as many as 500, though that number will certainly increase due to the fires currently raging across the city. There have also been strange scattered reports from witnesses who claim to have observed unusual phenomena such as black beams of light, subsonic laughter, and soul-rending nightmares. Though our editors wish to point out that Frisconians are known for their fondness of psychedelic intoxicants. You're really starting to enjoy doing this kind of research. You got a perk. Newshound. Ooh, what's that give me? Ooh, I get new things for reading the paper. I get lore. I love lore. Alright. So, we are going to call that for the night for this game. Alright, so I personally enjoyed that game. I also enjoyed Little Nightmares. And yeah, that was the first time we've ever beaten a game literally midstream and had to find something else to do. Sometime later event, I might think of maybe, hey, I might just go and find a group thing when we get more of a audience. So, yeah. Shadow of Loathing, so far so good. It has a very dry sense of humor. So, a little bit of a context for how that game came to be. It came from an old browser game that's still running called Kingdom of Loathing. And the art style was actually, it was a little bit less quality than what's there now, but it was basically, yeah, you played as a stick figure and you did a bunch of comedy stuff. And then eventually you beat the game and there were different challenge runs you could do and all that. I have not actually played through it myself, but I know about it just from research because I'd heard of Kingdom Loathing through TV Tropes, which is a website I tend to look through. And then I basically played West of Loathing, which is how I remembered about Kingdom of Loathing. And West of Loathing is a direct prequel to Shadows over Loathing. And it was more of kind of a Western theme, and basically, if you like things like Monty Python, very sarcastic, very dry, and sometimes surreal and ridiculous, yeah, the Loathing type games are definitely a game that will suit your sense of comedy if that's what you like. And so far, it's definitely tickled my funny bone because I have a very dry sense of humor. So I find like little quips and stuff like that to be funny and entertaining to watch. So that's kind of going to be it for this week. I think we are going to play Dark Souls next week, and I have it on good authority that we will again be having Mr. Lucas Sorian joining us. He actually has said that for the most part he'd be willing to collaborate with me for each week where I play Dark Souls. We're probably not going to beat the game, of course, but I think it's going to be a good time. So, look forward to that next week. Also, where was I going? It's kind of late. It's been a busy week, so my brain's a bit scattered. But, yeah, the week where I might take off, when it actually happens, I will be letting you know the week beforehand, hopefully. So I will be able to get into more specifics so I can kind of explain everything. Just because of the nature of it, until the situation is kind of resolved, I don't really want to talk about it. It's not legal or anything, it's just personal matters. Anyway. Yeah, so I think I said this earlier, but I tried Frankenberry this week. The taste reminded me a lot of Strawberry Nesquik, and Do not judge me for this hot take, but I do not put milk or any sort of liquid in my cereals. I like, if I am going to eat cereal, which is not often because I'm not a big cereal guy, I cannot put milk or anything in it. I do not like the cereal when it gets soggy. And to me, the only way to ensure that every bite of my cereal stays crunchy is to never put a liquid in it. That is how. And also, I don't feel like milk really adds any taste to cereal. Like, I don't consider it like breakfast soup where it's like the broth, because to me it's like broth is like a critical component, and without that you don't have soup. Whereas the cereal milk, it's like it has bits of soggy cereal in it by the time you're done with the cereal, in addition to the crimes against the cereal it committed. Yeah, but my train of thought's derailing. I'm clearly getting a bit tired. You would think streaming isn't that tiring, but it is. Alright, let's find somebody to raid. Lamar... Any other genius? Red Cloud Room. Yeah, everyone's playing, like, Baldur's Gate, it seems. Let's do Lamari. Alright, so I'm going to send you on a raid. And then I am going to sign off for the evening. So, if you're looking for a little bit more RPGing, one that's probably a little bit less silly, here you go. Alright, so I hope everyone has a good evening. I will see you next week, and we will have company with us this time. See you next week. Good night.